Councilor June Gamboa to run as vice mayor. Congressman Greg hopes Bacolod's own hospital to rise soon. Bacolod City hits record high jabs in one day. Councilor June wants to be known as the city's lone wolf. Seneco hikes rate by 95 centavos this month. Capital rolls out more vaccines, jabbing continues in towns and cities. Workers group wants endo for Duterte. Capital marks ASF Task Force second year, says pigs still safe in the province. The headlines were brought to you by NIR Gun Club, Kitty's World Montessori School, and Sam's Lim Gym.
From the Broadcast Center of Digital News Exchange in Bacolod City, this is Studio A Reports.
This is the evening wrap of July 27, 2021. I'm Nikki Magbanwa. First, the weather brought to you by To Go. Weathercast reports mostly cloudy skies tonight with temperature of 29 degrees Celsius and 22% chance of rain. Tomorrow, expect cloudy skies and scattered shower and thunderstorm with temperature of 26 degrees Celsius and 40% chance of rain. And now for the news brought to you by Falcor Marketing Corporation, Dobinsons, Chong Tapsilogan and Sizzlers, and Bread Bite. Lone opposition Councilor Wilson Gamboa Jr. said he has finally decided to run as vice mayor of Bacolod City in the coming 2022 polls. Gamboa said that if former 3rd District Solon Alfredo Abelardo Benitez will take him as his running mate, then he might consider the invitation. Benitez had earlier announced his plan of running as Bacolod City mayor in 2022 elections.
So I have decided that I will run as vice mayor in 2022. And if Albi Benitez or former Congressman Albi Benitez will take me as his running mate, I am open to such an invitation.
Bacolod City Lone District Congressman Greg Satay expresses hope that the Bacolod City District Hospital will rise soon, as it was included in President Rodrigo Duterte's State of the Nation's address yesterday. The construction budget of 600 million pesos in the 2022 National Expenditure Program will serve as the basis for the General Appropriations Act for next year. On June 24, 2021, President Duterte signed the creation of Bacolod City General Hospital and appropriating funds for its establishment into law.
We passed 13 measures that establish improve the capacity of existing hospitals around the country to provide quality care and services. Our people, especially amid the ongoing pandemic-19. This includes establishing new medical facilities in Mandaluyong City, Bacolod, and Davao Occidental, increasing bed capacities to existing health facilities. In Quezon City, Ilocos Sur, La Union, and Palawan, the upgrading of health facilities in that area to include Leyte.
The report was brought to you by Beer Taxi. And now for more news brought to you by Ernie's Fruit Stand and Bacolod Hand Gunner. Meanwhile, the city government of Bacolod has inoculated 12,016 Bacolodnons in only one day. Bacolod City Mayor Evelio Leonardia said this was the biggest number the city has inoculated in a single day done in malls, villages, and establishments. The Emergency Operations Center has recently decided to discontinue walk-in vaccinations starting today due to a surge of crowds in the vaccination centers. Meanwhile, Councilor Gamboa said he wants to be known as the city's lone wolf who follows his own path and not following somebody else's path. Gamboa said his late father was called Lone Ranger before and said he never wanted to be living under the shadow of his father.
They used to call my father as the Lone Ranger. In fact, if I remember it right, it was Mr. Primo Slayer who coined that moniker Lone Ranger. And so on. So I cannot
Alright.
take that away from my father because he earned that moniker. But you know what? Lo and behold, kanami bala sang moniker mo sa akon as a lone wolf. You were the first one who coined that moniker, the lone wolf.
In other news, the Central Negros Electric Cooperative recently announced the power charges will rise by 95 centavos per kilowatt hour for July 2021. Seneco Acting General Manager Attorney Danilo Pontevella said residential rate charges in serviced areas will reach 10 pesos and 49 centavos per kilowatt hour, an increase of 95 centavos. The lawyer said that the hike was caused by the increase in transmission, generation, and systems loss and other pass-through charges. In other news, Provincial Administrator Attorney Rayfrando Diaz said 93.47% of Johnson & Johnson vaccines were utilized in the province yesterday. Diaz said a total of 2,464 vials were delivered to the local government units yesterday. He added that their target vaccinees for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine are the senior citizens, which he said needs only one shot to be protected against virus. The lawyer said they have vaccinated around 200,000 as of the 1.4 million target vaccinees of the province.
Total of vaccines delivered. Ano ni siya? Vials, ha? So, times 5 pa ni siya? Oo. So, 2,464 vials ang delivered. Ang na-utilize is 2,303. Ang unutilized, 161. So, for Johnson & Johnson, 93.47% ang ato utilization kahapon.
In other news, Priscilla Goco, Secretary General of the Partido ng Mga Manggagawa of Negros, said they were dismayed over the long overdue promise of President Rodrigo Duterte to stop ENDO or end of contract scheme. Goco said various labor groups of the country have conducted dialogues with the president, yet Duterte has not signed still the EO that would put an end to contractualization.
Pinaka-highlight adi nga din pangako niya nga daw na sa nagsanagan ng inkansa na ni or may kagayon na ni ang pag-end ng contractualization. So isa na siwa ay gid na no siya after sang pila ka attempt nga dialogue sa iya mga mga kongresista kag senado at the end ang SOT nga bilgin veto gyapon ikinhito na sa gyapon ni Presidente Duterte. So siya mismo nga nagpangako no pangako nga dulaon ang contractualization wala ni gid na number 1 no.
In other news, Negros Occidental Governor Eugenio C. Lacson led the celebration of the second anniversary of the creation of African Swine Fever Task Force. Lacson said the province has remained free from swine fever amid outbreaks recorded in other parts of the country. Lacson added that Negros Occidental has achieved its collective goal to protect Negrenses and the multi-billion swine industry. For more news and updates, log into www.dnx.news. And that was for our evening wrap. This is Nikki Magbanwa.
From the Broadcast Center of Digital News Exchange in Bacolod City, this is Studio A Reports.